I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm not gonna jinx it. Very unfortunate incident that shall not be repeated. Wait, what? Hi. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello. Hi. Okay, that's it. There goes my dreams of a scuff-free stream. Goodbye. The irony is real, guys. I legit tested this. Okay, guys, I tested this right before like stream started. I was like, yeah, the volume looks good. The volume looks good. And then like I went and started stream, and now they're like, the mic was like, you thought? Yeah. Anyway, where Muffin Fate? Muffin is in front of me. I have Muffin with me, but because there's no hand cam today, you guys can't see it. It is a very good Muffin though. It is very good. Hi and yes, hello, and hi Kiko. Guys, Kiko is gonna come and collect her share of the red velvet muffins later. So if you want a review, you can ask her. You can go ask her. She got the privilege, man. She got the privilege. Yay. Yep, so hello. Yeah, so the previous time we didn't actually finish this game, I think. Like, we didn't finish the investigation, so we should really get started on it. I don't know how long the court segment's gonna be. They tend to really bloat, and they tend to really bloat the content a bit with that, so yeah. No way to snack those muffins. Hope your Thursday's going well. Muffin flavor evening, that's right. Thursday's going well, guys. Today I'm in a very good mood because today's interview seemed to go pretty well, and my fingers are crossed real tight, really hoping I enter the second round of interviews and eventually get this job because I really want it. Welcome to Shibdom, that cute cumber. Oh my gosh, that's such a smart name. Welcome. Cute cumber. Hola, hi. Yes, so guys, please give me all your luck. I really need it. Like, forget gacha luck, okay? Like, more than gacha luck, I need good job luck. Damn. Mio should put a plate of veggie for Kiko before she collects. I'll consider that next time. I'll put out the plate of broccoli. Be like, Kiko, look, broccoli. You gotta eat it to get the muffins. Yes, I'm serious. Poor Kiko, damn. Yeah, but anyways, guys, welcome back. We did the investigations the last time. We did not complete Mr. Drebber's workshop, and then I was like, I'm too tired, guys. I'm dying, so therefore, we stopped somewhere here, huh? Yes, Kiko. Are you acting dumb? Yeah, Kiko is so unaware. Kiko's like, what? Vegetables? What? Best of luck to you. I'm still waiting to be called for my... Oh my god, best of luck for you too! And yes, best of luck to you! Best of luck to you. Okay, whoever's job searching right now, whoever's in search of better opportunities right now, whoever's like doing anything to further themselves, yes, please. All the best to you. Okay? Manifesting the good stuff. Time to muffin. Oh my god, it's so good. So yummy. I'm sleeping early today for once. Indeed. Very good, Faye. Very good. Veggies before trees. Oh no, veggie plus 10 push-up before collecting them. Don't give me ideas, guys. I might actually implement them. You know I love implementing ideas. Hi, Jill. Hello. Thank you for your excellent food picks as usual. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, if not, we're gonna take very long today. Let's just go. Alright, let's just go. Yes, let's continue. Investigation 2. The investigation part 2. The what do you call it? Mr. Drebber's workshop? Yeah. I strive to improve food. That's right, food is good. I cannot take good pictures of food. I call my pictures documentation pictures because they literally only function as like, yes, I ate this. This is what it looked like. I don't take extra effort to be like, yeah, the lighting must have hit just right. I cannot do that, okay? Okay, let's go. That looks like... It's another super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine! Dun dun dun! It's another one, it's a copy. Indeed, it will appear so. Though only a prototype, naturally. Jill strike first plate price toto is the food also good. I think Jill just funnels all his money into gacha and food, like no other place. Ah, so you got here then? Thanks for the lurk, Aserat. Welcome. Gina, well done for finding this place. And in such little time, you've really worked miracles. It's Dobie here who is the miracle worker. Bark! Ah, so cute, Dobie, baby, huh? I live to eat, not eat to live. Oh, thanks for the hit pet, by the way. Same, I live to eat as well. Oh my gosh, has he made this face today? As in, like, has he made this face before? I don't recall it. Ah, I thought you lot would show up before long. Hello, Inspector. That's one knitted brow. He's like... So many doggos on screen. That's right. Hi, Shiba. Hi. I'm in a good mood today. Interview went well. Hoping I get into the next round. Thanks for asking. He looks like he's eating a lemon, not a bag of fish and chips. Oof. Maybe he squirted too much vinegar over his fish. So, Inspector, is there any sign of the engineer? Sadly not. We didn't find a soul in here. Oh, what a shame. Well, thank you for letting us know about this place and giving us a chance to investigate. Going into what Gina tells me, we only found thanks to a clue that you lot turned up. But I wouldn't wanna say go to Paris with a debt of gratitude unpaid now, would I? Thank you. Anyway, if you're hoping to snoop around in here, I'd get cracking. Lord Van Zeeks and the forensic investigation team are on their way here as we speak. Damn again. I feel like Baroque is also tired of them, but he gotta work with them, you know? It's his job, yeah. Pray for sheep. Yes, pray for sheep. Pray sheep gets the job. Although I do have to say that the job, if I do get it, while it would really change my life financially, it would also require quite a few hours. So there will be changes to my stream schedule if I do get it, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, okay? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Also, hi Luna. I imagine you've got the picture by now. They don't take too kindly to lawyer types. Right. So then, my dear fellow, let's turn this place upside down whilst we have the chance. Of course you would say that. I mean, I'm gonna do it anyway. Holmes, you don't have to come into my face. Holmes, yes. It'll be for a good cause, that's right. I'll get money, and with money, I can buy nice things. Yay! I forgot to buy tickets to AFA, so I'm not going. I'm not even going to AFA, Lamau. I'm just here like, whatever. And you, Sholmes? Pardon? They take even less kindly to great detectives than they do to lawyers. Very droll, Gregson. Very droll. But you may consider me nothing more than an inconspicuous waxwork model. Nah. You suck at it. You suck so bad. Alright then, let's see what we can find in here. Let's go, baby. Okay, first, should we talk to the inspector? We should probably talk to the inspector. Yeah. Good luck with job. Thanks, Luna. Good luck with whatever you're working on too. Morning, Miyori. Morning, Mayugiku. Morning. I don't recall. They're still in England, isn't it? Not in Germany. No, I think these take place in England and also in Japan. Like, these are the only two countries that they're talking about, I believe. Yeah. Unless some big changes happen, but I don't know that. Yeah. I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo. That machine is covered by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. There would be serious repercussions if you were to examine it from the crown and the government. The fuck? You all? Well, those two don't seem to be holding back. It's quite hollow inside. No working parts or devices of deception to be seen, my dear fellow. No loose chain dropped on the floor or nothing. Not even a bone for Toby here, my dear fella. She's taking after him. Oh my gosh. British people are very much ruled by their own ideals, aren't they? Jones is an idiot, but at least he's cute. The only thing he's got going for him is that he's kinda cute. Not gonna lie, okay? I won't deny he's pretty attractive, but holy shit, I would not be able to tolerate being his partner, okay? I can maybe barely tolerate him as a friend, you know? Tolerate him as a friend, but I will not be able to tolerate him as a partner. No way, absolutely not. Oh well. I think that's just these two, Miso-sato. Okay, so we got trophy. Ah, this appears to be most interesting. Yes, most interesting indeed, wouldn't you say? It's an impressive looking back massager, that's for sure. No, no, no! Ryunosuke, no! I've no doubt that if you hit your shoulders a few times with that, your aches and pains would soon go away. You know what? You know what would make those aches and pains go away? If you just move it a little higher to your head, you knock yourself out, your aches and pains are gonna disappear soon enough, just saying. I think his energy will be overwhelming. Him standing there is already overwhelming, like, man. That's a Royal Society trophy for excellence in science. A young scientist could wish for no higher honor. Ah! Would you like a massage? No, 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 I'm fine, thank you. I had no idea it was such a grand thing. I think it's becoming increasingly clear that there's much more to this Mr. Enoch Drebber than conjuring tricks. What does Enoch Drebber mean? It doesn't stand for anything, right? Because I cannot think of anything. I couldn't agree more, my dear madam. And how about you, Mr. Naruhodo? Wouldn't you like to take it with you? For your tired shoulders, of course. Lol, stop laughing, Susato! Stop it! He's not going to let that go, is he? It's curious though, isn't it? You would expect such an important trophy to be proudly on display somewhere, not haphazardly cast aside. Haphazardly? Okay, maybe I'm reading this wrong. Give me a moment. Haphazardly. How do I pronounce this?
Haphazardly.
Haphazardly. Okay, haphazardly. Okay. Clearly, I don't know English, guys. English gentlemen can be quite a mystery at times. The science trophy has been entered into the court record. Okay. We got this. I don't know English too, don't worry. I see. So it's... Okay, we already checked this out. There is there anything else we can check? Oh, arrows. This is interesting. We don't speak English. That's right. We don't speak English in this household, guys. This is... It's a European style quiver of arrows with steel bolts inside. Oh, do you suppose? Crossbow bolts, these. And just the right size for the bow you lot turned up at the exhibition grounds. In other words... Yep, that's more evidence to support your theory. It all goes to show that Drebber was the one pulling the strings behind the scenes of the whole scam. Oh shit. The details of the crossbow have been updated in the court record. Okay, we got this. Very nice. Alright, there's this door here as well. So, let's see. This door doesn't want to open. I'm still in bed with the pup and I can see my angelfish begging for food already. Go feed them then. Yeah, it looks like it's got a pretty hefty lock on it. There's a specialist locksmith on his way over from the yard, so hands off till he gets here. Excuse me. With permission, Inspector, I could have that lock open in less than a minute. Well, you don't have permission. And no one's giving it to you. Gregson looked as though he really enjoyed that. Ooh, he's like, hey. According to Wiki, he's named after a victim in a study of Scarlet. I see. Man, my memory of the Sherlock Holmes series is so rusty. I need to go and like brush up on that. Well, there's no sound of anybody on the other side. No, Draper must have fled at the first sign of danger. Oh! You guys hear that? Oh! Is something wrong, Miss Osato? Well, I thought I heard a noise from the far side of that door. Well, Gina, did you hear it too? Yeah, I heard it and all. What do you reckon, Toby? Just Drebber though, not the first name. Ah, well, it works. Right, mine agrees. Whoever's in there, open up. There's a Scotland Yard. Oh, new laptop? I say, hopefully. Best of luck. Clump. What's this? What? Oh my! Someone is in there! And they just escaped, most likely. Ah! This rotten bleeding lock! My dear Gregson, as I said only minutes ago, if only it were countenanced, I could unlock that door in less than a minute. Well, do it, damn it! Let him do it! Fine, I'll take the rap for it. Just get us through the blasted door. There, you may enter it with. You've confused minutes with seconds, I think. Well, yeah, he's like, done. Hey, also acquired my muffins. Hey, great. They're very nice. I hope you enjoy them. My old ones did so until I'm using on my phone. Your phone can do most things, you know? So that's what the noise was about. Yeah, absolutely, guys. The noise you just heard, that was like... the noise you heard in-game, that was Kiko trying to get her muffins. She kicked down the door. Scared small sheep, grabbed the muffins and left. Yes, that's exactly what happened. Isn't that right, Kiko? Isn't that right? I'm kidding. Let's go. Time is of the essence, I feel. What are we waiting for? Nothing for it, I suppose. This is an emergency. There's a strong possibility that beyond that door is the engineer you all seek. Be prepared for action, my dear fellow. Yes! Are we gonna find him? It sounded like he got away though, but... It sounded like he already got away, so I'm not really surprised. Waiting for the muffins, literally. Exactly. Kiko just kicked the door down and was like... This is a stick up! Hand me the muffins! And then my mom handed her the muffins, and then small sheep got shocked out of his wits. Yeah, so that's what happened, yes. What? What's happened in here? A bomb. Why is everything upside down? Did it get upside? Huh? Rats! There ain't no one in here after all. But there must be. It was only moments ago that we heard those noises. Maybe that was the sound of Drebber running away. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But there's only one door into this room. You forgot the windows, homie. Look at that. There's windows. Hey. Wait, that's a bomb. Yeah, I know, right? That's a bomb. Who knows what's gonna happen? Small sheep always look at me so confused. Small sheep always looks at Kiko and is like, "You're not coming in to play? You're not coming in to play?" The lawyer sheep is back. I've always been here. Hey, everyone ignoring the bomb right in the middle? Look, they're looking for someone, not a bomb. What the footprints on the ceiling? Holy shit, I didn't notice the footprints. There are footprints. Let's go. Let's go. And no windows that could afford an escape route. Escape route. Those skylights are too high. Are you sure? Those skylights are too high, but I see footprints, baby. What's that up there? Are they footprints on the ceiling? Blow me. What have we here then? Do they walk on the roof? Who the hell knows? No one knows. Looks like someone was trying to burn something in a hurry. Oh, that looks like a set of blueprints. To what? To that Professor Hairbrain's farming machine, is it? Blimey, if we had these, there have been no need to muck about trying to investigate all that scrap metal. There is something of great interest here too. Dun dun dun! This rope was lying on the floor at the foot of that pillar. A rope? What's significant about that? Never mind. Guys, I got it. Enoch Drebber was into BDSM. Yes, that's right. I'm pretty sure that's what this rope represents, guys. I'm sad we have to find out this way, but like, there's only one reason for ropes in the gentleman's room. I mean, that guy had a freaky face. He looks like a freak anyway. Never mind. You do not observe, Mr. Naruhodo. We must investigate the entire room thoroughly, and before the forensic investigation team arrive too. Okay, I guess we cannot converse, right? Cannot converse. Well, we do need to talk to this fellow over here. Please tell me it's not the sound again. Mr. Shom, have you found something? Mr. Naruhodo, yes, in point of fact, something rather fascinating. What do you make of this? He took the bomb. Is the bomb? Let's see. I've never seen anything like it before. It looks like a bundle of thick cigars wrapped up in a large white. Ah! Miss Osato, what's the matter? That's a... Surely that's... time bomb, isn't it? What did you say? Yeah, I need a screenshot of this. Oh shit, wait, no, I could just press this. Hey. Hey yo, this game's rating is going up without me? Why, you want to be part of it, Kiko? Alright. Time bomb? Sorry, but... what is a time bomb exactly? Eh? You truly are one of a kind, Mr. Naruhodo. I won't take that as a compliment. Ha! You don't know nothing, do ya, Otto? You haven't got a clue what it is either, have you, Gina? I invite you to consult a dictionary later, Mr. Naruhodo. But this particular specimen is no time bomb. Though I confess it has a very similar appearance. Oh, well, thank goodness. But then, what is it? I see, so that's it. Goodness! Mr. Sholmes, have you seen to the heart of the matter? There are times when I consider my lot most unfair. For I'm fated never to know how it feels to flounder as you do when a puzzle presents itself. Hey, shut your crap, sir. I see. So in their time, time bomb is a new concept and not known by many. Yeah, I guess so. Those were times before phones, before what, you know. But I have learned to accept the hardships that come with being a great detective, Miss Susato. Here we go. I feel a great deduction coming. Once again, I can draw two conclusions from the scene we see before us. The first is that the inverted nature of the furniture in this room is the work of Drebber himself. Oh, but how could you? And the second conclusion is that the small device on the floor there is without question completely genuine. Please, Mr. Sholmes, you must explain everything. It would be a pleasure. After all, it is a great detective's civic duty to teach Scotland Yard the finer points of the trade. You're just gonna make Gregson hate you more, Sholmes, but you know, don't let me stop you from being annoying. I'm gonna take a break to munch on my delicious red velvet muffin. Gosh, I love red velvet muffin. I just love red velvet. Favorite foods in general, not the K-pop group. Red velvet food. So good. So good. Look at his face here. I forgot to screenshot. This is so funny. Well, Inspector Gregson seems delighted with the idea. Anyway. Oh, you deflected the inspector's glare with such fortitude there, Mr. Sholmes. Well done. You're too kind, my dear madam. I hereby dedicate this great deduction to you. Kindly stand just there, Mrs. Sato. Oh, yes! I'll be delighted. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. We're going to see two guys dance around in very definitely straight ways, with very, very straight deductions. Okay, guys? Let's go. Let's go, yes. Okay, the great deduction. The game is afoot. Yeah! Topic 1, flipped furniture. Ooh, okay, let's go. And he still didn't say what the bomb actually is. He gotta keep some stuff for later, you know? He gotta keep us in suspense. It's plain to see that this room is in complete disarray. The bed, the table, the chairs, the lamp, everything is upside down. Almost as if every item in the room had, until recently, been happily positioned on the ceiling before falling straight down onto the floor. Every item in the room was on the ceiling. Are you suggesting that? Indeed, the key here is gravity. Shocking! Oh wow, him walking by is so handsome. What the hell? He was like, that was a great shot. It would appear that technology has at last succeeded in freeing us from the great pool of the earth. But the gravity in this room was reversed and then suddenly restored to normality. Goodness! Wait, did we see like a safe password there? The inverted furniture clearly reveals the truth about the part gravity played in this whole business. I quite understand your skepticism, Miss Osato. I too was incredulous at first. However, my conviction in my analysis was cemented when I observed this. An anti-gravity device almost identical to one that featured in a dream of mine only the other day, in fact. Oh my gosh, this guy really went... We really went source, and this guy went my dreams. Yeah, this came to me in a dream. Yeah, he really went that way. But then why does it have a clock on it? The most irrelevant question, indeed. That is a timing device that controls when the gravity direction will switch. There was clearly a requirement for the engineer to be able to restore normal gravity automatically. And the commotion we heard earlier from the other side of the door was the moment that restoration occurred. Yes, the reason why everything in here has been turned upside down is because of the anti-gravity device. Okay. Anti-gravity? Yeah, anti-gravity, alright. So you see, we need to look no further to explain the state in which we now find this room. The direction in which gravity acts in here was reversed by Mr. Drebber, before being restored to normality in an automatic fashion sometime later by the timer device. What a load of bullshit. Anyway, I like to think the room can turn 360 degrees with a switch. That would just turn it back to the way it was. Okay. So this, I have witnessed precisely this scene in a dream I once had when I fell out of bed. Are you for real, sir? Really? 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 For real? For freaking real? Topic 2, missing engineer. Oh yeah. Now, let us consider the next conundrum. What was our engineer friend's aim? Indubitably, the greatest clue we have to explain his actions is above our heads. Yes, how is it possible that there are footprints all the way up there on the ceiling? A question whose answer will lead us neatly to the truth, my dear madam. Oh dang, I think I see what he's trying to imply about the bomb. I don't at this moment. The reason there's footprints on the ceiling is because of the nearby skylight. Of course, Drebber's aim was singular, to escape. However, there is but one way into this room, excepting the skylight, that is... Ah! By inverting gravity in here, Drebber was able to fall conveniently to the ceiling and make his escape via the otherwise inaccessible skylight, leaving those footprints behind on the way. But the ceiling in here is very high, Mr. Sholmes. If the gravity reversal was sudden, wouldn't Mr. Drebber have fallen up to the ceiling rather violently? Falling up is both scientifically and philosophically a rather interesting concept, I feel. But the man was cornered with nowhere to run, so escape through the skylight was his only option. You may recall that I found this in the room earlier, which I believe offers a solution. Like I said, it's because he's into that, okay? It's because he's into that. Oh, the rope. To reach the intended destination, what better tool than this rope? And yes, well, yeah, if the entire room can rotate, what's stopping the furniture from falling unless it's being nailed or glued down? I don't think the room rotated at all, but we'll see, we'll see. By anchoring one end to the wall, the man was able to lower himself safely to the ceiling. Which explains how Drebber was able to escape this room before our arrival. He reversed the pull of gravity and fled via the skylight. And personally, I should very much like to reverse the pull of gravity again now. Just for fun. No, do not let him touch the device. No. Gravity. Hi, Flaccid. Hey. Gravity can't affect you when you're swinging around. I guess so. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this topsy-turvy puzzle. Gino's not even looking at him. He's just like focused on Toby. She's completely spellbound. Mr. Sholmes, there is just one thing that troubles me. Holmes, please. Sholmes, you mean? I would expect nothing less. You're destined to be troubled by just one thing for the rest of your life. Shut the hell up. We wouldn't be if you were actually good at your job, sir. The thing is such a thing actually possible? An anti-gravity device, I mean? I would say that with man's current scientific knowledge at the turn of the 20th century, it's no more possible than instantaneous kinesis. Then what was the reason? Then why do you reason? Oh my gosh, this man. I'm gonna throw him out the window. You see this? You say you escape through that skylight. How about I gently persuade you to escape through the skylight, huh? Huh? How about that? But your whole deduction hinges on it! Ah, but my dear fellow, when you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. However improbable it may seem. Ah, yes, that's our famous line. I don't think we've eliminated everything yet. Gonna put his theory to practice, exactly. It's a marvelous line, wouldn't you agree? One of my more enduring pearls of wisdom. It's one of my favorite lines, but not coming from your mouth, okay? I and Iris come up with the exact phrasing. My original was clumsy. Yes, I have a feeling I've read it in something that Mr. Sato lent me once. Actually, there is one other thing, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, spell's broken at last. The rope you found was on the floor, wasn't it? Indeed it was, in lonely coils near the wall. I like to think Sholmes is gaslighting everyone and chose to be an idiot. He is indeed gaslighting everyone. Why is everyone so spellbound? It's only because of Iris that, like, he's so well respected. With his own skills, he's not getting anywhere, okay? But if Mr. Drebber had used it to escape in the way you described, wouldn't it still be tied to the wall? I'll be lurking and listening to Meal's voice acting. Glad to be on Lurk Audio. Very happy. Mysteries inevitably unravel in the end. As I think you'll find do ropes. I mean, of course, naturally, after doing that thing, you gotta unravel the ropes. If not, you'll be stuck there forever, right? Yeah. And as evidence of such, you need only look at the mystery we faced in this room, now skillfully unraveled. You unraveled nothing! You unraveled nothing! Oh my god, this guy is that meme, you know, the Sailor Moon meme is like, my job here is done, but you didn't do anything. It's this guy! You said you did nothing! That argument is as circular as the coils of rope. I think perhaps we might need to give Mr. Sholmes the usual little helping hand. Look, she's like talking to a child. I'm sure some minor corrections, the great detective's great deduction will lead us to the truth. Yes, you're right. And we must do it quickly before Enoch Drebber gets too far away. If you're ready, then let us resume. The Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. Let's go, baby. I love muffin. Okay, let's go. Okay. Happily position us. Falling on the floor. So we are... The key here is... gravity. Are you sure it's gravity though? This shot is so amazing. I love this. I still like it. I'm curious about that small balloon too. Right? It's up there on the ceiling. Very interesting. Okay, the inverted furniture clearly reveals the truth about blah blah blah. To think gravity could have been reversed in this very room. I find the whole idea utterly enthralling. Only Mr. Sholmes could conceive of such an explanation. But the man himself admitted it was a scientific impossibility, so... Yes, you're quite right. We must completely discount the idea at once. Ooh, that's unusually merciless of you, Mr. Sato. When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. The great detective himself said so, didn't he? While refusing to part of his dreams of anti-gravity devices? Yes, I suppose so. Well, let's see if examining this topsy-turvy scene a little more closely reveals some proof that shows exactly what the gravity in this room was or wasn't doing. Okay, clearly reveals is there. So, we have this large safe. Wait, why is this large safe bolted? Upright vase. Ah, I think it's this one. Well, I wasn't expecting to find a pretty bunch of flowers in here, that's for sure. Ah, look at that! I know, that slender little vase looks like it's about to topple at any moment, but the flowers are thriving. Somehow it makes you think of the fragility of life. Wouldn't you say? No, look at the fact that the vase is standing! Oh my god, you are an idiot! You're an idiot! How did Kazuma Tori, you Ryunosuke, what the hell? Anyway, to be honest, Mr. Naruhodo, something else about it made a rather deeper impression on me. The fact that, if you say that everything was topsy-turvy, then why is this upright? I think this is what we need to present. Yeah! Let's go! Yeah! He's dancing too! The upright face clearly reveals the truth about the part gravity played in this whole business. Upon my word, Mr. Naruhodo, you've surpassed yourself by completely turning my argument on its head. Trying to impress your assistant here, perhaps? No one is trying to steal your spotlight here, Mr. Sholmes. Trust me. As you rightly say, though it appears at first glance that all the furniture in the room is upside down, this unassuming slender vase is standing keenly to attention. And unlike the large safe, there is nothing affixing it to the floor. And it's the exception that breaks the rule. Yeah! In short, much as it pains me, the gravity in this room was never inverted at all. My deepest sympathies for your loss. Oh, poor Mr. Sholmes. But the show must go on, so let us continue with our deductions. Okay, so we got this device. I like how now Ryunosuke is also looking at it. There's one other possibility. You don't say. Okay, so someone deliberately turned over every piece of furniture in here. Which might sound obvious, but leaves one mystery very much unsolved. Namely, why would anyone choose to do that? Quite, and naturally, there is an explanation. Yes, the reason why everything in here has been turned upside down is because of the anti-gravity device. We just established there's no freaking... Never mind. He's absolutely determined that this device must have something to do with it, isn't he? I'm afraid the lure of an exciting scientific explanation is too strong. Well, there's no doubt that somebody did this. Somebody turned all this furniture over. So whoever it was must have had a reason. I'm afraid nothing comes to mind at all, though. Well, let's look around and see if the answer presents itself. I feel like they were looking for this, the safe combination. Like, look, there's something written on the underside of this armchair. Oh, yes, safe 432582. Note this down, guys. This will be on the test. That's right. Safe? As in safe and secure? As in secure lockable box, I think. Admittedly more likely. Well, there is a large safe bolted to the floor on the other side of the room, so yes. So you mean this number would let us open it? I wonder why it's written here, though. I think that is the answer, actually. So we could go ahead and present it. Yeah, baby! Yes, the reason why everything in here has been turned upside down is because of the safe combination. Precisely Precisely. I believe, Mr. Naruhodo, that you had a very similar experience once, did you not? Yes, last year, when I bought a lottery ticket and noted the ticket number down on the inside cover of a book just in case. That's it! For people are forgetful souls at heart and always make a written note of important information. Just keeping the ticket itself safe would be more sensible, I think. And what, pray, happened next, Mr. Naruhodo? When the day of the draw came round, I'd forgotten which book I'd written the number in and had to turn my room upside down to find it. That's it! For people are forgetful souls at heart and always forget where they've noted things down. What the hell? Then it blows no indicate no while they're in it. We don't want it. We don't want this game to end early. Not if you always note things in the same place. I actually won the second prize, you know? But I couldn't remember which magazine I slipped the ticket into, so I had to turn my... Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo, but I believe I've proved my point now. Oh my gosh, maybe Herlock took it. Conspiracy theory? Which is that a very similar scenario has clearly unfolded in this room. Finding himself requiring access to the safe, the occupant of this room needed the combination code. He remembered that he had written it on the underside of a piece of furniture but forgot which one, leading to the state in which we now find the room. Yes, Mr. Drebber overturned all the furniture in here in a desperate hurry to locate the combination code that would unlock the safe. So Sholmes is really gaslighting everyone, huh? Yes! Oh, he really was gaslighting everyone. Okay, so we have this. Okay, let's just go. Oh. It's above our heads. Oh my god, I hate this explanation so much. It's because of the nearby skylight. Well, if a change in the direction of gravity can't explain it, then how did those footprints get there? Hi, Orion! Hello! Oh, Orion. Never mind. Hello, welcome either way. Yes, I feel as though that particular mystery has just become even harder to solve. I can't think of any other way to explain it at all. Ooh, life was so much simpler in those halcyon days when gravity could be reversed. Halcyon? Halcyon? Okay, yeah. It was minutes ago, and those halcyon days never existed in the first place. Well, I suppose we must simply put our faith in Mr. Sholmes and observe the area in more detail. Putting our faith in Mr. Sholmes is what gets us into these situations in the first place! Ah. Say that out loud, Ryunosuke. Say that out loud. Okay. Oh! Oh! Yo! Yo! Y'all see the shit? Y'all see the shit? This is a gas balloon, isn't it? It's tiny, but it does seem to be a real balloon. Yes, I think you're right. I think it's helium that's keeping it up. Guys, I'm getting a headache. Hi, Rabbit. Knew the balloon looked strange. Yeah, it's like randomly just there. It's okay, Kiko. You eat one of my muffins and your headache will be gone. Trust. A green gas balloon. Why does that seem to ring a bell with me? If you can see, there are footprints on this balloon too. Look. Oh, yes, surely that's a clue, isn't it? Though what it tells us, I'm not sure. Okay, and so we gotta... Well, there's only one thing we can present, right? We can't present this. Shoe? What is this shoe doing up here? Shoe? It's hard to believe, but there's a shoe up there, look! Oh yes, and there are more footprints on this little balloon too. Perhaps the shoe was thrown up there and became lodged, do you think? If so, then judging from the number of footprints, it must have been thrown up several times. Why would anyone be throwing shoes up at the ceiling, though? Oh dear, that's beyond me, I'm afraid. Okay, which one is it? I ain't gonna risk it. Which one is the this one is the investigation still. Okay, the shoe. It's shoe. Okay, let's go. It's the shoe. Let's go. We present the shoe. Eat which muffin? Though the red velvet muffins I just gave. Alright. The dope. You want muffin too? Well, I don't know how I'm gonna get it to you, but yeah. I love muffin. You can eat your pictures. The dopamine overdrive from the muffins hit Kiko too hard. Nah, Kiko won't be felt so easily. The reason there are footprints on the ceiling is because of the nearby shoe. And on closer inspection, there are clearly footprints all over the balloon as well. In other words, the aim was never the skylight at all, but the balloon. But for what purpose? A green balloon. That seems somewhat familiar, Data. Ah! It was a piece of a green balloon's envelope that Mr. Naruhodo and Iris found at the scene. And inside the green balloon that Master Gots claims he saw above the stage when the incident occurred was the second birdcage, the crux of the whole instantaneous kinesis deception. You mean to say? If we assume the balloon in here is a model of the one used on that day, there is a strong possibility something may be concealed inside it. Something our absconder was desperate to retrieve before making a hasty getaway. But the balloon's out of reach. Hence why he resorted to a projectile, namely the shoe. Ah! Most probably, Drebber intended to tear a hole in the envelope by assailing it with the shoe. However, his efforts were thwarted when the shoe itself became a prisoner of those lofty heights. Oh dear, we desperately need to examine that balloon. If only there was some way we could see inside. You may recall that I found this in the room earlier, which I believe offers a solution. Oh, the rope! To reach the intended destination, what better tool than this rope? Why don't you just try throwing their arrow instead? Just throw the arrow! Oh my god! Mr. Sholmes has managed to bring the deduction back to the rope. Alright, I have to admit, that was clever. So we just throw the rope up to the balloon and then pull it down to us on the ground? Which is much easier said than done, I feel. And could take us a very long time as well. True, perhaps we need a more surefire method. In fact, we already have one, of course. The arrows! Has arrows and a sword. How can we bring it down? The damn arrows! Oh my god! Just shoot the damn thing down! Right, and they kill, like, why are they like this? To reach the intended destination, what better tool than this crossbow? It was found at the scene, in fact. And in all likelihood belongs to Mr. Drebber. If the man had only brought it away with him that day, he could have avoided losing a shoe at such a critical time as this. Honestly, he has a lot more to lose than a shoe at this point, okay? So, shall we? Your curiosity is deeply stirred, no doubt, my dear fellows. What is it that Enoch Drebber has hidden inside that balloon? Bam! Oh, there? Ah! What the? Wait, isn't this a waxwork? This is the missing head of the waxwork! Guys! Well then. A waxwork? Indeed it is. A waxwork hid inside a metal mask. A mask that is shut tight and fastened with a strong and quite impenetrable lock. So we can't see the face inside, that means. Just a moment, this is the head of a waxwork model? Does that mean? Oh, goodness! I see you've joined the dots, Miss Sasato. Excellent. Imagine Fate losing his credit card when he wants to pull a roll. Fate sounds like someone who has already charged up in preparation to roll, so losing on the day itself probably isn't a problem. Ah! Of course, a headless waxwork model! The case of the abducted Madame Tuspel's model that you'd largely solved. It was only the head of the killer that was still missing. Indeed it was. But I believe Madame Tuspel's will now have to settle her sizable account with me. This, as you have now surmised, is the head of the infamous professor. Professor. Yes. But why is it here? This conclusively confirms my suspicions. The man responsible for stealing the professor from Madame Tuspel's and returning it, sans tete, earlier today was none other than Enoch Drebber. This is incredible! Professor Hairbrain's case and the waxwork abduction they're inextricably linked by Enoch Drebber's workshop. The waxwork head has been entered into the court record. We don't even know what the professor looked like. Well, it appears our logical pleasure cruise has come to an end, my dear fellows. All that remains is, yes, to speak with the architect of this adventure. The architect? You mean Mr. Drebber? Oh, I think the music changed. Very nice. As it seems quite impossible that he escaped via one of the skylights. Obviously, the man must still be here in the room. What? And his location should be abundantly clear. If you simply reflect on the journey we've made together during this deduction. Enoch Drebber is right here, somewhere in this room? So, Mr. Naruhodo, will you do the honors? Can I not? Yes, of course. Mr. Drebber's hiding place must be the... Seriously? The safe! He's in the safe! I'm pretty sure he's in the safe. Look at all that mess in front of the safe. Yes, plans and accounting ledgers, almost as if somebody was in a hurry to empty the contents of the safe, in fact. I'm pretty sure it's the safe. He's definitely inside the safe. Hell yeah. In due time, yes. Before we gained access to this back room, we heard noises from in here. Which tells us that the engineer was still in the building at that point in time. He was in fact searching for the combination to his safe. And pressed for time made no attempt to right the furniture that he overturned in the process. From which you can deduce that his search for the combination happened very recently indeed. In summary, Mr. Enoch Drebber is at this very moment inside the safe. Mr. Drebber wiped sweat. This concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this topsy-turvy puzzle. Very nice. Ooh, the animation was smooth. Sexy smooth. I gotta take a nice shot of this. Drag him out. Drag him out of there. So, Mr. Naruhodo, I think perhaps it's time we ended this game of hide and seek, don't you? By opening the safe, you mean? What else? Let's see. The combination was 1432582. I knew that. All right then. Here goes. He really is inside. How would he breathe inside the safe though? Look, he's trying to hide. I'm sure Surviving long term is the least of his concerns. You found me. What the fuck? What? 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 I'm so confused. He wasn't planning to stay for long. Yeah, imagine putting oneself in a save. Look, desperate times call for desperate measures. Remember fake dynamite? I guess so, but how does he go to the washroom? Look, the point is that we found him, okay? Not Mr. Jabber breakdancing and intro style, eh? Right then, Sir Mr. Enoch Jabber, I presume? Correct. You'd better start talking, you tricked Professor Harebrain with that bogus machine you built. And you shall have to explain the theft of the waxwork from Madame Tuspils as well. Whilst I would be delighted to answer your many questions, personally, I would advise that you deactivate my little parcel first. Deactivate? Your parcel? The time bomb? I refer, of course, to the time bomb. I left it in the most prominent position. See, one day Herlock Sholmes is going to be the death of us, okay? He's gonna be the death of us. The plan was spook the police, fake explosion, police escape, explosion radius, escape. I guess so, maybe? Okay, Ada. Ada. Yes. Okay. Hi, Kuro. Hello. Yes, let's go. Ah! Ha. I see. Stunned silence. You're all gearing up to die with me then. What? No! Mr. Sholmes, we've only 7 seconds to spare! That was too close for comfort. I've got one foot in the grave already. You're trying to help us get a killer or get us killed. Mr. Sholmes' deductions can be completely life-altering, can't they? Payless? The whomst? Well, my dear fellows, that was a close shave. The resemblance to an anti-gravity device is really quite startling, I must say. Anti-gravity devices don't exist! Whew, I wouldn't push it, Mr. Sholmes. So we have to talk to him, right? What the hell happened here, you asshole? What on earth happened in here? You found me, haven't you? No need to screw me down any further. Don't use that phrasing, goddammit. Everything in here is precisely what it seems. Yeah? Well, we'll be giving it a thorough going over. Don't you worry, Drebber. What fails to click with me is how you were able to locate my workshop. That I was not expecting. When I heard the whistling from the other room, I knew it. I knew it was time to bolt. Kalkaro with an eye patch? I think he's creepier than Kalkaro. Whistling? Ah, that would have been me. Oh! For some reason, I woke in fine fettle today. Gregson is going to kill someone. No words, just tightly squeezed chips. Hey, hi Selvala, hello. Clearly, I must have a screw loose, though, as I couldn't remember the combination for the safe. And another one loose, as I couldn't remember on which piece of furniture I'd written it down. We also found a rope over by the wall. Yes, I had hoped to exit through the skylight, but sadly the rope was too short. So I then set about searching for the combination code to open the safe. And burning the incriminating blueprints, don't forget. Regrettably though, you failed to retrieve the head from the balloon among the rafters. Sweat. And after that, you hid yourself inside the safe. Having first set this parcel ticking, well, I had no intention of being nailed by the police. Okay, what's with the time bomb though? Aren't you gonna die in the... Never mind. Got a dev wish, have ya? Hiding right beside a ticking time bomb. Please, why do you suppose I chose to hide inside the safe? It's no ordinary safe, it's specially designed. A dynamite explosion wouldn't leave a scratch on it. So in fact, the safe was the only safe place. Hey! I would smack you in the face, Shomes. Do not test me. Do not test me with puns. Only I can make puns in this household, okay? Precisely. But once it climbed inside, you wouldn't have been able to get out again. I invite you to look more closely. The safe is fitted with a handle on the inside to allow the door to be unlocked from within. Punny, Shibs. Yes, I'm always punny. Ah, so it is. Hi, mercenary. I had always intended to blow this place to smithers in any case. I just wasn't expecting uninvited guests to come along and screw up my plans. Do you mean to say you were planning to blow us all up? No, that was unforeseen. What do you mean? Most people run, you see, when they see a ticking time bomb at their feet. Ah. I calculated the time required for retreat to a safe distance and set the device accordingly. But your seemingly endless discourse in here threw a spanner in the works. Look at the way Grayson is staring at him. He's so done. He is so freaking done. Hell, he's just there like... He's just staring at Sean like... So done. Is something wrong, Gregson? Do I have something on my face besides the usual eyes, ears, nose, and mouth? I think we have a fairly good idea of what's been going on here now. But what about the two incidents you've evidently been involved in recently? The most expressive one, purposefully or not. I know, right? Professor Hairbrain's instantaneous kinesis experiment at the Great Exhibition, and the waxwork model you stole, which this head belongs to. That's no ordinary head, you know? That's the head of the professor. Clad in a mask with a lock so strong, I'm unable to open it safely to reveal the killer's identity. All this guy's fault. It's always his fault. I've been Oh! Excuse me, mommy? Mommy's here? What's going on here, Gregson? I'm sure you're aware that I have sole jurisdiction to investigate here. Yes, well... Dr. Sith again. So the forensic investigation team are here. And you know full well this engineer is a key witness. Why are you allowing this lawyer access to him? If Lord Strongheart knew of this, you'd be finished. Is facial? Nah, nothing like facial. You lot, leave at once. My dear madam, there's no need for such a threatening tone, I assure you. After all, that's no way to greet an old acquaintance, is it, Dr. Sith? Hello, Sholmes? Mr. Sholmes knows Dr. Sith? If it's protecting the machine next door that's causing such a sour expression on your face, you are quite misguided. It's really nothing more than a shell. You... get out! But of course, we'll show ourselves the door. I see you haven't softened at all. Naruhodo. Yes? It does appear that our delightfully entertaining investigations have run their course for today. But Mr. Sholmes! Let us leave this place in the doctor's capable hands. I said get out. Now. All of you. Your presence here is not required either, Gregson. Understood. But I'll just say one thing before I head off. If it wasn't for this lawyer and his companions, we would never have found this place, and the whole workshop would have been blown to bits. There was a time bomb set up. There was a time bomb set in here that this lot disarmed. Inspector. Something giving you a chuckle, has it, Drebber? Ah, so sorry. Didn't mean to offend. You're quite right, of course. Gregson being a real one? Gregson is such a real one. That's right. You did disarm the time bomb, didn't you? Yes. You did disarm that one. Eh? What are you... That one? You mean... No! Oh shit! There's one! It was an hour later that we heard the news of the enormous explosion that ripped through the experimentation stage at the Great Exhibition. No budget for explosions, sadly. Boom! Professor Harebrain's invention and all its secrets were blown away forever. To be continued. Holy shit. Don't worry, we'll move on to like the first part of the trial, and then if it's not that long, we'll move on to the second part as well. We'll just see. Holy... What? Boom! Baby, you're a firework! Damn. Okay, let's have a short break. Let's have a short break of about 5 minutes. A short pee break, okay? So I'll see you guys back here in about... in about 5 minutes, okay? Yes. See you in a bit. I'll be back. Don't leave, okay? Okay, hi everyone, we're back. I didn't actually check if I could run ads at this time. I couldn't run ads, Lamal, they ran it for me. Anyway, hello, I'm back. But I will continue eating red velvet muffin on stream. Very nice. Guys, like, I'm not saying this to praise myself, but oh my gosh, the red velvet muffins are so good. I'm just like, they're so moist and so yummy. Moist and yummy and soft. And they taste so much like red velvet. So good. So good. And then you never share with us? How am I supposed to share with you, Rabbit, though? Okay, let's continue. I'm gonna go to the next part, which is the trial. Very important. 24th October, 9:11 a.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. Good morning to you, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah, good morning, Professor. Ready for today's proceedings? I hope so. I should be. Even I, with nothing left to... Good morning, my dear fellows. Oh, what? You woke up? Oh my gosh, he finally woke up, guys. Holy shit. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you're here. Why, naturally, a true gentleman stands shoulder to shoulder with his friends in battle at all times. Thank you, I really appreciate it. I'll see you later then. Now, Professor, we really need you to remain calm in the courtroom today. Yes, do try your hardest not to enter the witness stand uninvited again. Yes, I will. I realized it was a mistake, but My dear fellows, I must interject. Oh, why are you so upset this time? This is the first time I've seen this, I think. Oh, you're still here, Mr. Sholmes. What's the matter? Surely you've overlooked some praise, have you not? To be cast in my direction, He wants praise. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I don't follow. Must I spell it out? I, the great Herlock Sholmes, the greatest detective of worldwide acclamation, arose at some ungodly hour to be here now. First thing in the morning. A miracle, you must agree. It is truly a miracle. He's got that right. Well, if I must agree, then... I want to be praised, Naruhodo. Exactly. He's got that praise. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that word. Anyway. As you know, my sleep is quite impregnable. Iris had to employ her full gamut. Her full gamut. Gamut, yeah, I guess. A full gamut of tactics. She pulled the covers off, shook me, poked both cheeks, punched me, and kicked me from the bed. Then she poured a boiling cup of her latest experimental blend on my face, and at last I was bestirred. Oh my god. Oh Iris has been busy. Iris doesn't have it in her to go that far. She's too nice. Ah, I sense the spirit of a fellow scientist, one who relishes the infinite possibilities of blending tea. I'm the one worthy of praise here, not Iris. This is my victory. She's such an insolent child. What the hell? Sorry to cut in. Gregson! Oh, Inspector Gregson. Good morning. Gregson, my dear fellow, why the grim expression at this delightfully early hour? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I've been confronted with a grimmer expression, eh? Dear me, are you going to take that insult lying down, Professor? What? What? I don't know! Poor Professor. Anyway, here's the paperwork you asked for. What paperwork? Ah, I took the liberty of requesting it yesterday. I have a feeling it may prove useful. You wouldn't believe the hoops I had to jump through to get this brought out of the archives. It's the professor's autopsy report. That mass murderers? Who killed 5 members of the aristocracy? He was found guilty in a closed trial 10 years ago now. It was all done under wraps. And he was quickly executed soon after the trial. It's all in here. The killer's autopsy report has been entered into the court record. Unless he's not dead! Unless whoever was executed, who was supposed to be executed, was not executed! Dun dun dun! I don't know what to say! Thank you, Inspector! Yes, much obliged, Gregson. Us lowly lot at the yard are just doing what we can. In the shadow of the great detective Sholmes, of course. Oh. Who are you and what have you done with Gregson? What? Well then, Professor Hairbrain, this is it. Today we're going to lay all this to rest at last. I wish you the best of luck, Professor. I suppose he'll be in there today, will he? Drebber. Yes, we expect the prosecution to summon him as a witness. I'm still amazed that you managed to find him in just one day. I really owe you both so much. Counsel and the defendant, the trial is about to resume. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once. Excuse me. Sorry, sometimes I burp at the worst times. Enter the courtroom at once. This is it then, the final chapter. Funny, my heart's racing a little. I've not felt this before actually, this strange foreboding. He's listening to his intuition, guys. This is what you call them, intuition. As if something's going to happen in this trial that I'm not ready for. But I can't let that distract me from the only thing that really matters. Finding the truth. I'm here for the truth, baby! 24th October, 9:30 a.m., the Old Bailey Courtroom. Let's go, baby! In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again. We resume the public hearing of Albert Hairbrain, here present, who stands accused of murder. Are the counsels for the prosecution and the defense ready to proceed? Oh yeah, we forgot! He's going to be there too! The prosecution is ready, my lord. The defense is ready, my lord. Oh, the magician is there again. The magician, that's right. I mean, the jury remains the same. As promised, Lord Van Zieks has his apprentice with him. His apprentice with memory loss. If I may, Lord Van Zieks. Yes, my lord. There appears to be someone standing at your side. That's his wife, I'm just saying. No. I mean... Ah, yes, my apprentice and assistant. prosecution believes today's proceedings will see complexity of this case rise considerably. Yo! Look at that! Do you guys see that? The assistant freaking chopped off like the cat for him. That was so cool. Yo! The animation was so cool. I therefore instructed my assistant to attend to ensure the smooth running of the trial. Mate, that was so cool, wasn't it? And the smooth running of liquid refreshments by the look of it. Wife, yes, exactly. Wife material. Kazuma is both husband and wife material. You can be both, okay? Get you a guy that can do both, guys. The way he holds himself, the way he moves, couldn't be anyone else. Smooth running of chalice throwing, yeah. But he's still suffering from amnesia, so there's really nothing we can do at the moment. I know, but oh, this is so very hard. I believe the modern theme would be boy wife. Chat, is Kazuma a boy wife? Do I need to put a poll? Be like, is it boy wife or male wife? Like, do I need to put a poll? I think it'll be fun to do a poll. Let's do that. Is Kazuma a male wife? Okay, yes, no. Yeah, you guys get like 1 minute. You guys get like 1 minute. Let's go. Male. You guys get 1 minute. Huh? What happened? Nothing? Guys, I love democracy. That's right. Hey, I give you 2 different choices. You guys cannot complain this time, alright? You guys cannot complain. Absolutely not. Oh. The people. Oh. Whoa. Oh. What is this? Guys, what is this yes or no thing? I thought yes was leading, but no. Oh. Yo. Hi, Scudaboosh, hello. Oh. That was a close fight. What the hell? How is it 50-50? Yo. Yes, and Keiko absolutely didn't fudge the votes, you know? Like, absolutely didn't fudge it. You know, absolutely not. Didn't just spend like 4,000 channel points. Definitely not, guys. Why would you think that, you know? It's 50-50. Did you freaking like... So is what you're saying... So you're saying Kazuma is not a male wife? What is this? I don't understand these results. Guys. May and Kiko, you have to explain this. Why? Yes and no. Oh. I'm sure stream can check who spent on what. Yeah, Kiko's the only one who spent like 4,000 points. Kiko spends them like they're free. I mean, the points are free, but still. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yes. But what the hell? Wow, this is so funny. Hell. Anyway, you guys can explain a bit later. It's fine. Powerful lobbying. Yeah, next thing I'll ask is I'll be like, does Baroki's gay? You guys remember the Mystic Messenger that does Doomin Han is gay? Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember that? You don't get points? on YouTube, but you also don't get boatload of ads. I see. Yeah, there's a trade-off here and there, so... Oh well. Definitely didn't rig. Yeah, definitely didn't rig it. Yeah, absolutely not. It would appear the prosecution has done a fine job in responding to the demands of the court made yesterday. I understand you have successfully secured the engineer who disappeared from the scene on the day in question? Yes, my lord. I intend to call him as a witness shortly. Gee, if only Kushio could check who rigged it. I checked it! Kiko spent 4,000 points to vote. I don't know where she voted, but like, she voted. Using 4,000 points, okay? And I don't know, she probably voted in the no section or something. Anyway. Yeah. Very good, very good. Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, who have been chosen at random to represent the will of the people in this courtroom today, are you ready and willing to proceed? Also, Lamar, your PFP in the thumbnail? Yeah, me and Barack are both shocked, like... Of course, my lord, I'm sure we all understand the importance of doing our civic duty. I do so despise deception and deceit. I find it so very wearing. To take a man's life with a conjuring trick, it is against the magician's code, not to mention the law. Any fake scientist should feel the wrath of God, if you ask me. You're a scientist, but you believe in God? Oh well. We have listened to what's said on both sides, the fence, and then settle on one. That's it, isn't it? Wasn't like this in my day. Wasn't like this at all. I spam voted yes. Wait, really? Then who was the one who spam voted no? I only saw Kiko's name come out though. The best part of the jury presentation is how everyone appears to have the bell of the little bull from the streaming frame. Yeah, because it's cute, okay? If I do a new overlay, I might ask them to keep it. If all parties are ready to proceed, you may begin, Lord Van Zeeks. Before I do, my lord, there is a report I must read to the court. Nice. Anyway. Yesterday at the Great Exhibition Grounds, the evidence of primary importance in this case, the super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine, which was installed on the experimentation stage, was deliberately destroyed in an explosion effected by an unknown person or persons. It was... What? An explosion? This is an outrage! Yes, I heard this grave news yesterday. Scotland Yard submitted a report to my office in the evening. I read that the machine was blasted to smithers and the wreckage reduced to ashes in the flames. I have here a photographic print of the scene taken in the wake of the explosion. Oh? It shows what little remains of the machine. Yes, a terrible business. He did it to destroy the evidence, did he? That Enoch Drebber. The court will take this print as evidence, counsel. Late yesterday afternoon, the protection afforded to the machine by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act was revoked. However, before a thorough investigation could begin, the invention was obliterated from existence. As such, this will become a very different trial. Oh, why? Da-da-da-da? Don't point at me like that, Barack. As it stands now, with no evidence on which to draw meaningful conclusions, the authenticity of the kinesis machine will remain forever in obscurity. Indeed, a most unfortunate state of affairs. However, one thing remains clear. The victim's death was the result of the actions of the accused. Of that, we can be certain. for it was the accused himself who was operating the machine and who ultimately caused its loss of control. Is that really true? Ah. As Lord Van Zieks rightly says, this is a very different trial now. The accused accepts responsibility for his part in the events that transpired. He acknowledges that Mr. Asman died as a result of the accident caused by his machine's malfunction. However, unbeknownst to the professor, he was being deliberately deceived by a pair of very clever fraudsters. Names, counsel, if you please. The engineer, Mr. Enoch Drebber, and the victim himself, Mr. Odie Asman. So what exactly were those two men up to behind the defendant's back? The defense intends to expose that information, thus establishing the unequivocal innocence of the defendant. Very well said, Naruhodo. Oh my gosh, he left Baroque stunned and silent. Very nice. Thank you, counsels. The positions of the prosecution and defense have been clearly stated. Lord Van Zieks, summon your first witness, please. At once, my lord. The prosecution calls the engineer, Mr. Enoch Drebber, to the stand. Let's go. State your name and occupation for the court. Name, Enoch Drebber. Occupation... hard to pin down, I would say. See that black monocle? Yes, why do I feel as though I've seen it somewhere before? Oh, you too? I had exactly the same feeling myself. Your file indicates that you are currently being investigated in connection with another case. The theft of a waxwork model, is it? A most extraordinary sounding business. But that has no bearing on this trial, I assure you. Cleave it from your mind. Are you sure it has no bearing? Hey. You're familiar with the public experiment carried out at the Great Exhibition some days ago? The accused's super high voltage instantaneous kinesis demonstration? Yes, you could say that. I am aware of it. There was a terrible accident, wasn't there? I love this animation, very nice. It was you, Mr. Drebber, who constructed the vast machine used in the experiment. Or so our investigations indicate. Can you confirm your involvement? Yes, I constructed it, in precise accordance with the blueprint, but that's all. Then the court will be very interested to hear your thoughts about the machine, I'm sure. An amazing device, if you ask me. The pinnacle of modern science, making instantaneous kinesis a reality at last. What? Good gracious! Do you mean to say that the experiment was bona fide? Is that your belief, sir? What's bona fide? I've seen it before, but what is bona fide? Without intention to deceive. Oh, okay, that means like...
Bona fide.
Bona fide? Oh, so it's bona fide. She was a bona fide. Oh, it's bona fide. Okay, bona fide. Guys, we got it. Bona fide? Is that your bona fide? Bona fide. Oh my gosh, why does it... It's so weird. I said bona fide, and it doesn't register, but I said bona fide and it registers immediately. Okay, anyway. Is that your belief, sir? Yes, that is very much my belief. Such a waste that it blew up. But you've already established the machine was nothing more than a prop for an elaborate conjuring trick. You've established nothing of the sort. Oh, come on, Barack. All that was shown during yesterday's proceedings is that the same outcome could have been produced by means of stage trickery. The defense merely proposed a method and demonstrated its feasibility, nothing more. procrastinated long enough, I feel. Witness, you will now give your formal testimony about the machine that you constructed for the purpose of the demonstration at the Great Exhibition. Okay. You know what? I kind of want to look at the other stuff first. Newspaper, blah blah blah. The news stuff we haven't looked at, right? We have seen this. Have we examined this? Did we examine this ever? Let's examine all of them first, okay? Ah, look here, Mr. Sato. Oh, yes, the wood's cracked and broken a little. I suppose because it fell from such a height. Yes, from the height at which the balloon was flying down into the crystal tower below. A fall of about 30 feet, or 9 meters, leaving the man inside tragically dead. Okay. It caused damage to its base, so there's nothing else to see. Okay. Important. Very important. Let's see. We have the camera as well. Did we... This piece of glass is almost as thick as it is wide. Yes, I've never seen anything like it. If you were to compare it to a human, only Mr. Sholmes has such thick skin. That's a good one. There's really no need for such a comparison, Mr. Naruhodo, as you well know. Anyway, it can only be from the Crystal Tower, surely? Yes, I think so too. It was probably made especially to meet the demands of that great structure. Okay, very good. Let's see. We also have the camera. Camera. Oh. Ooh. Oh shit! There's blood! What a wonderful machine. You really love contraptions like this, don't you? Oh yes, anything mechanical I find absolutely irresistible. Almost irresistible, surely? Well, whenever I see a pocket watch, for example, I can't help myself. I simply have to take it apart. That's worrying? Yes, father tells the time by the rumblings of his stomach now. He's given up having a watch. Good job, Susato. Good job. Can you imagine he buys a new watch and his daughter just takes it apart, and he buys a new watch and his daughter takes it apart, and he buys a new watch. Hell, why is it so funny? Poor Professor Mikotoba. Okay, but there is blood. Look, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it? On the bellows just here, there seem to be some very dark red stains. Yes, you're right. It looks like blood, actually. Oh my. I'm sure it's not what you're thinking. Ha ha ha. Okay, dark staining. Alright. So I don't think there's anything else, right? Oh, there's more? Oh, yo. Oh look, the cover came open. Yes, now, there should be a glass plate inside. You have to change the plate with each new photograph you want to take, you see. Is something wrong? There is no plate. It's been removed. Ah, what a pity. But I suppose if you think about it, this wouldn't be the actual camera that was used at the time, just like the waxwork isn't the actual person. So whenever I found a photographic print of the executed convict coming back to life anyway. Oh, yes, you're quite right, of course. Poor Susato-san, she looks devastated. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else we need to investigate for this one. We already investigated plenty. Very nice. Okay, back. Okay, then the next one would be, there's so much to see. Okay, the trophy. Nice trophy. There's a little metal plate here, look. Fostering burgeoning talent for the future of scientific discovery. It seems rather ironic, doesn't it? But clearly Mr. Jabber really was a very talented scientist. Okay. That's it? Seriously? That's it? You made this entire 3D model only for it to say that? Wow. What a waste of time. Anyway. Okay, we got the big lock. What do we... Is there anything we can say about this? Yeah, the lock. Very nice. This lock does look very strong, doesn't it? There's definitely no way you could remove the mask yourself if it was put on you. What a terrible way to treat someone, even a convicted criminal. I know, it's starting to make me livid, actually. Mr. Naruhodo, please. I mean, just think about it. Imagine if you had an itch on your cheek all of a sudden, you'd be utterly helpless. Same. What a mood. Well, yes, that's true. But I'm not sure that warrants quite so much anger. Oh, right. Sorry. Okay, I don't think it makes sense. The show? Okay, I don't think there's anything else we can see here. We'll probably inspect this later. But for now, there's nothing to see. Okay, but we do need to see condemned prisoner, blah blah blah, redacted for confidentiality, pseudonym the professor, death by hanging confirmed at midnight 17 June. Courtney Stevens. Whoa. That's it. That's it. What? That's it. Wait, that's isn't that... Hold up. Isn't that this doctor's... Ah, that's a maiden name. That's a maiden name. So it was confirmed by her before she was married, like she was previously Courtney Stevens then. I see. Interesting. Oh my gosh, his profile is still here. Is he gonna be called back? This is gonna be so funny. Yo, damn. How old is he? 34. 53, I see. Oh my gosh, she's older than her luck. I mean, not that surprising, but still. Mask man. Okay, so we see that it was verified by her. And also we should see this one. It opens up to a hole below, so I think this will become very relevant later. Very nice. Let's continue. About the machine that you constructed for the purpose of the demonstration at the Great Exhibition. Understood. Let's go. The Kinesis machine. I met the young professor approximately 1 year ago through Mr. Assman's introduction. He provided me with the blueprints and I constructed the machine to its precise specifications. It was no trick. If the whole show was a fraud, it would have required a body double. Tell me, did the victim have a twin? All the spectators saw the birdcage appear above their heads and then crash headfirst into the crystal tower. A terrible accident, I grant you. Perhaps the science on which the machine was built was flawed somehow. Why is every other word he says, like, highlighted? A body double? That goes without saying, surely. To give the impression that something has moved when in reality it hasn't, it's a basic conjuring principle. The deception cannot be achieved without substituting the original with a fake at some point in the performance. But would I be right in saying you haven't managed to establish anything along those lines? Incidentally, the prosecution has already confirmed that Mr. Assman had no twin siblings. Giving alchemist vibes now? Ooh, cool vibe. Let's go. It's my understanding that this witness is well versed in conjuring artfulness. But such talents do not indicate that he was actually able to accomplish what he claims. namely the construction of what, by all accounts, must have been an extremely complex scientific machine. Whatever do you mean? Yesterday's proceedings brought the true nature of your past exploits to light, Mr. Drebber. Indeed it did, my lord. As a swindler who preys on innocent scientists to elicit government grant money through conjuring know-how. Yes, it's true that I possess considerable knowledge of stage magic. But crucially, my scientific knowledge more than matches that of any academic in the field. Investigation of the witnesses' workshop attests to that claim, my lord. As evidence, the police found this Royal Society trophy for young talent in science there. Yes, that's true. We spotted it there ourselves. If a hypothesis is sound, it can always be forged into a physical manifestation with sufficient skill. Though I may have sold the secrets of some deceptive wiles to sniveling, talentless scientists in the past. Would you therefore assert that the explosion of the machine was an unfortunate accident, or, of course, a deliberate act of murder carried out by misuse of the science? Counsel for the defense, your cross-examination, please. Yes, my lord. This is painful. Okay. Approximately 1 year ago. Okay. Let's press this first. It's clear that you have both scientific knowledge and knowledge of conjuring magic. However, the more knowledge you have, the better equipped you are to handle whatever comes along. But your implication is that I furnished the machine with some trickery, I think. It's a possibility that we have to explore. Unfortunately though, the machine has been blown to Kingdom Come. So there's really nothing left to explore, is there? It appears that the Kinesis machine was fitted with a timed explosion device of some kind. And there's nothing left of that device either. Not a single shred of evidence remaining, I hear. He must have planned all this from the outset. But in any case, it's abundantly clear that the experiment couldn't have been a trick. Okay. Did he have a twin? Of course, that's it! Mr. Asma was a twin! Perhaps my learned friend wasn't listening earlier. Mr. Asman had no twin siblings. No, I heard you before. But the thread of hope hadn't quite left me. No. The demonstration could have been a trick if there was somebody who looked sufficiently like the victim. But Dr. Sis absolutely ruled that out as a possibility. It is beyond question that the victim himself, Mr. Asman, did move from the stage to the Crystal Tower. The fingerprints found at the scene attest to the fact. So it can't have been orchestrated using someone who looked identical to Mr. Asman then? What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, no, nothing. Just that the idea of someone who looked identical to the victim is playing on my mind. Okay, we just press everything first, okay? It crashed headfirst, you say? According to the many witness reports from those there at the time, yes. Were you not there at the exhibition grounds on the day? Unlikely. I rarely leave my workshop. Yet another of your unique inventions was found at the scene. Well, it was the unveiling of a machine I'd labored over for many months. I saw it clearly with my own eyes. The birdcage plummeting headfirst into the tower. What a surprise! I believe the victim's neck was broken from the headlong fall, wasn't it? How would you have come by that information? Even an infernal recluse like me reads the newspapers, you know. According to the reports, 2 injuries were apparent on the victim's body. Yes, he'd been stabbed in the chest by a screwdriver believed to belong to the defendant, and he had broken vertebrae as a result of a fall from a considerable height. Correct. My learned friend has been doing his research, it seems. Do we know which injury was the fatal one? Sadly not. Forensic science is not yet at a level where such things can be determined. What we do know is that the victim died having sustained both injuries at some point during the experiment. And since he was found in the birdcage with his neck broken, it's obvious that he fell from a considerable height. I suppose that's hard to deny. You said head first, but it went butt first. It went butt first, come on. It went butt first. It went the butt first, okay? It went butt first. There we go. Head first, it went butt first. We've examined the birdcage that crashed into the crystal tower ourselves. As you can see, the cage, which is a wooden construction, has sustained damage in one particular spot. Following the explosion, it fell some 30 feet into the glass of the crystal tower. That level of damage is to be expected, surely. I agree. The damage itself is entirely understandable. What doesn't make sense is the location of that damage. All the birdcages in the wood are at the base of the birdcage, not the top. What are you saying? That's the opposite of where they should be. That's right, my lord. The birdcage that was at the scene is damaged at its base. So we have reports of the birdcage falling headlong into the crystal tower, yet the damage is at the bottom. The only way to reconcile these two facts is to accept that there were 2 birdcages in play that day, which were at some point switched. Switched during what wasn't a scientific experiment at all, but an elaborate piece of stage trickery. Gah. He speaks like a robot, so I started sounding like a robot when I voice him too. Good gracious! Explain yourself, witness! Doubles of everything? If only I can immediately make a double batch of my muffins, that'll be great. Well... The immersion, that's cool. If we examine the facts, there's only one logical conclusion we can draw. The damage on the base of the birdcage clearly indicates that it crashed tail first into the tower. But multiple witness reports claim it fell head first. The birdcage materialized in the sky next to a balloon flying over the stage following a spontaneous explosion, at an altitude of some 60 feet above ground level, which is approximately 18 meters. Oh my gosh, thank you for translating, holy. It then proceeded to fall some 30 feet into the crystal tower in the ensuing deflagration. Witness reports amid such chaos are notoriously unreliable. But the victim's neck was broken. He plummeted 30 feet inside a heavy wooden cage. However he fell, it would be unsurprising to find 1 or 2 of his vertebrae crushed. You freedom units. I know, right? Ugh, freedom units. A riveting scientific analysis of events from the prosecution there. Though to be even more rigorous, you would have to say it was only one vertebra, actually. He wasn't quiet for long. I find it hard to see what's motivating Lord Van Zeeks. This witness is clearly a swindler and one who deceived a personal friend of his. If you're going to establish this deception, do it right. Sorry? I feel like that's the undertone here. Ah yes, and there's one more point the defense appears to have forgotten. It obviously wasn't a trick, as a certain truth very plainly demonstrates. What? It seems to me that the cross-examination had better continue until we resolve this matter. Mr. Drebber, you will amend your testimony with details of this truth. Of course, we must treat the matter scientifically after all. Ah, I nearly had him there. Why does he act like that? The kinesis clearly took place because there's nowhere else 30 feet high for the birdcage to have fallen from. Yeah, about that. About that. Where's that picture again? There we go. There we go. This should be it. This should be it. No! Wrong one. Wait. I have to see which is this. Freak this shit. Okay. Wooden birdcage. Experiment sketch. Okay, experiment sketch. Okay, since we're about laughing. The blueprint with the tower. Okay, got it. Okay, the blueprint with the tower. Experiment sketch. Yeah, alright. Let's go. This is a diagram of the experimentation stage and its surroundings. The tower itself is 30 feet. Oh, is that so? Okay. You know that somehow the birdcage appeared in mid-air before falling down into the crystal tower? A fall of about 30 feet, or 9 meters. However, if you examine the diagram carefully, you'll see that there is one other possible location from which the birdcage could have fallen. The same distance of 30 feet. No! Well, it appears the defense has a possible explanation to put forward. Go ahead, counsel. Yes, my lord. Of course. You will indicate the place to which you are referring on this same diagram. Let's see, where is it? Point to the experimentation stage. Ah, okay. The alternative from which the birdcage could have possibly fallen 30 feet, so it's here, right? Please tell me this is the one. Here. The pace I'm referring to is here. Yeah, because here is like all the way down. But that's where the birdcage would have been to begin with. Which is exactly the point, my lord. Yes, the birdcage was in the machine on the stage, but what we must also consider is the height of the stage itself. Go on, counsel. It turns out that the experimentation stage was built at a considerable height above ground level. If you look at the diagram, in fact, you'll see it's at about the same height above the ground as the balloon was above the crash site. When the experiment got underway, the machine and the birdcage were engulfed in steam. Boom! At that moment, the floor of the stage gave way, and if we assume there to be a void underneath, this birdcage and the one seen by the audience would have fallen almost exactly the same distance. Oh, everyone's sweating. Once again, my lord, this all points to the fact that there was not one birdcage, but two. My learned friend has no evidence that the stage had such a contrivance in its design. Are you sure? Someone is responsible for the criminal destruction of the kinesis machine itself, it's true. However, the stage still stands. And take a moment to look at the photographic print of the scene following yesterday's explosion. Dun dun dun! Good lord, the metal grill that formed the floor of the machine is undone! Yes, most likely blown open by the force of the explosion that destroyed the rest of the machine. The defense called for the space below the stage to be investigated immediately. Yeah, go get him, Ryu! Go get him! Mr. Drebber! It was you who built the kinesis machine, which means that it was you who built the two bird cages that we used to carry out this deception. Whether Professor Harebrain's hypothesis is sound or not makes no difference, because it's the construction of this machine that matters. A machine designed to take Mr. Assman's life. And lay the blame firmly at the professor's door. Something that could only have been carried out by you, Mr. Enoch Drebber. Ooh, the Angie. Grrr. Ugh. What a weird guy. There we go. That's not how the corks work, but okay. If my learned friend has reached the end of his wild assertions... Aye! The prosecution would like to crush the defense's argument slowly but surely. There's his theme! What? Your argument fails to hold water. On two counts. Two? Firstly, before and after the experiment, this witness went nowhere near the kinesis machine. Every relevant member of staff from the exhibition has attested to that. And I believe members of Scotland Yard have also been on watch duty at every public experiment. Hey Yoshi, hope you're doing great today. Thank you, Zero. I hope you're having a wonderful day too. In other words, Mr. Drebber had no opportunity to switch the alleged pair of bird cages. But I've already explained why he wouldn't have needed to. The nonsense with the crossbow? That doesn't bolster your case at all. The man who disappeared from the stage and the man who crashed into the tower are one and the same. The forensic investigation team's report is unequivocal on that point. Gag! And the second flaw in your assertion, is a distinct lack of motive. Why would this man have wanted to take the victim's life? He had no reason to do so. A motive? Do I have to think of everything myself? Welcome to the life of a lawyer. I have your contract provided by the witness. What contract is this, Lord Van Zakes? What contract? No! The contract into which Mr. Drebber entered with the victim, Mr. Assman, it reads, Mr. Drebber is to receive 30% of all remunerations from government grants or other income. 30%? Certainly very favorable contractual conditions. But there was one very important provision bolted onto that clause. What provision? Mr. Drebber may only uphold this right on condition that both contracting parties are alive. Oh. Oh. In other words, if either of us were to die, the contract would become null and void. So you see, I had nothing to gain from Mr. Asman's death. The diametric opposite, in fact. Need I say more? The witness had neither an opportunity nor a reason to commit the alleged crime. In short, the possibility of Mr. Drebber having done as you suggest is nil. Well, fact, did you know Napoleon used his saber to open a champagne after every war he won? It seems the defense's assertion was somewhat wide off the mark. Lord Van Zeeks, you will submit the contract as evidence, please. It's true. If Trevor had no opportunity to switch the birdcage under the stage with the one in the Crystal Tower, he couldn't have done it. And in any case, I have no idea what his motive might have been. There is one aspect of your argument that still holds true, however. There were 2 birdcages. The prosecution is unable to deny that. So I'm sure you're on the right lines, Mr. Naruhodo. And I have no doubt there are other aspects of your assertion that are undeniable truths too. Well, it would seem that the defense has no rejoinder to offer. Well, I must say I'm a little surprised. I came here to testify about the machine I built, and instead, my reputation is defiled. But the prosecution's counter has set the record straight, I think. It's impossible that I'm the culprit. No. At the beginning of this trial, we believed that there was only 1 birdcage. Yet now we know there must have been 2. In other words, there was more to the demonstration than we realized at first. I think it's abundantly clear that the same applies to the culprit. Get to the point. The stage demonstration was constructed and set up in its entirety by you, Mr. Drebber. Therefore, it's inconceivable that you had no hand in the events that transpired. Ohiangi. So if circumstances mean it's impossible that you could have carried out the crime yourself, it points to the fact that someone else was involved. Someone else? Counsel, are you suggesting... Yes, my lord. Mr. Drebber had an accomplice. Hi, Ruka. Thank you so much. All the best. All the best to you too. An accomplice now? Well then, I presume you're prepared for what's to come? Now that you're accusing not only this witness, but someone else of the most serious of crimes. If these accusations turn out to be false, then make no mistake, the prosecution will demand an equally serious punishment for your slander. Well, counsel, do you intend to pursue this course and formally accuse another party of involvement in this matter? Yeah. What do I do here? At the moment, this is a little more than a hunch on my part. I don't know for sure if Drebber had an accomplice, or even if he really is the culprit here. One way or another though, I have to make my position clear as a lawyer. So what's my stance going to be? Did Drebber have an accomplice or not? Did he have an accomplice? Name the accomplice. Yes, name the accomplice. The defense is ready to name Mr. Drebber's accomplice. Somehow the two bird cages must have switched. Everything points to that. Yet according to the coroner's report, that's not a possibility. But the inconsistency itself is a clue. Counsel... My lord? You have received a stark warning already. If you are nevertheless determined, then I must now ask you to identify this alleged accomplice by name. So, your answer, please. The coroner, right? Who do you claim to have been Mr. Drebber's accomplice? This woman? The name of the person in question is... What's wrong, my Nipponese friend? Surely fear doesn't bind your tongue now? It's a little late for that. That was a hint in the last investigation. Someone who kinda sus. Yeah. I don't know, man. It really sus. Of course I'm afraid. After all, naming her in this capacity is definitely going to make waves. A lot of waves. The person in question is Shibs. Gasp! How did you know? I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids. I could very well turn every single person in this courtroom against me. I'm sure it will be alright, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you, Miss Usato. The enemy always appears larger than life, but you'll appear exactly the same to the enemy. It's mommy! Alright then, here goes. You've kept us waiting long enough. Your answer, counsel. Now. The person who colluded with Mr. Drebber in order to carry out this wicked crime is Scotland Yard's coroner, Dr. Courtney Sith. What the blazes are you talking about, Dr. Sith? The head of the forensic investigation team and the coroner who conducted the autopsy on the victim? We know there were two bird cages, so who could have carried out the switch to complete the illusion? The accident happened in front of a huge crowd of spectators, and the area was immediately sealed off. Good night, Flaccid. Then everyone, police officers included, were banished to make way for the forensic investigation team. Good night. Yes. When else could the switch have occurred? It can only have been in that team's presence. Well then, is everyone with white hair suspicious in this household? Doesn't his hand hurt from smacking the table? Clearly it doesn't. Man's really fit. It's essential that the court determines exactly what happened following the incident. The defense demands that Dr. Sith be summoned to the witness stand at once to testify. Ding, 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 ding. You've got a nerve, lad! Standing up there, dragging the yard's name through the mud. I didn't mean to. I know the woman very well. There's no better dead room worker out there. How dare you call her a criminal? My learned friend's imagination appears to be wilder than the East End at night. Put the recklessness of your accusation aside, there's another grave problem with your argument. One which the prosecution demands you address at once. A grave problem? Oh my word! Who do you claim acted as the victim's doppelganger? What? Certainly if the birdcage containing the body of the victim was exchanged for another, that cage must also have contained a body. And yet, no missing persons or accidental deaths of anyone even remotely resembling the victim have been reported. Which means there was no one, dead or alive, who could have fulfilled the role of a body double for Mr. Assman. Come on, Miyori, surely you know this one? The waxwork body. It was stolen for a reason, wasn't it? He fully intended to return it. He just needed it for this purpose. That's true. If my argument is that there were 2 bird cages, then there must also have been 1 person inside each. But I don't know if I've got an answer to this yet, have I? Present evidence! Let's go! Present evidence! We got this! 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 Very well. The defense will address my learned friend's concern by presenting evidence that reveals the true nature of Mr. Asman's body double. Good gracious! What? Tuck? Oh, that's so cute. Good gracious, evidence? I do hope this isn't filibustering, counsel? What's filibustering what? Anyway. Something went wrong with the command, rabbit. The court is expecting an 8. If you think you have relevant evidence, present it now. The body double and the birdcage were hiding inside the balloon that was floating above the stage, which means that any witnesses would only have seen them from 60 feet away. So who was it that appeared out of the explosion some 18 meters above the spectators? Aha! Aha! Aha, aha, aha! It was... Dun, 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 dun. We know that the victim, Mr. Asman, was in the birdcage that was situated inside the kinesis machine on stage, and therefore he couldn't have been inside the second birdcage. Instead, that contained something else. What's been described as a body double, which is what fell from the sky and crashed into the crystal tower. Yes, counsel, according to your somewhat elaborate version of events. And that body double inside the second birdcage was in fact... It's alright, Mr. Naruhodo. You're ready for this. Just steel yourself and come out with it. You can come out later. Not now, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Miss Osato. I needed that. As I was saying, the body double inside the second birdcage was... And as unbelievable as it may seem, that thing there. When did that appear? Open your eyes and look into mine, my Nipponese friend. But Barack, that's kind of gay. Never mind. And open your eyes and look into my eyes. Now tell me, what are you playing at? Stand firm now, Ryunosuke. This is the time to show your Japanese spirit. Let's go. As the court will observe, this is a waxwork model. A model, in fact, of an infamous London murderer from 10 years ago, the professor. You started by indicting the leader of the forensic investigation team as an accomplice in this crime. And now you've moved on to indicting waxworks? Yes, that's about the size of it. But why? And why this waxwork? It looks nothing like the victim. In fact, it could hardly resemble him yet. Resemble him less? What possible justification can you give? If you want to know why, ask Mr. Drebber. What? Just days before Professor Harebrain performed his public demonstration, Mr. Drebber abducted this model from Madame Tuspel's. Did you say abducted? And 2 days after the incident at the Great Exhibition, he returned it to the museum. Then the timing... Is this true, Mr. Drebber? At first, I couldn't see why Mr. Drebber would have stolen the waxwork and then given it back again. But now the reason is clear. He took it so that he could put it inside the second birdcage as a body double from Mr. Asman. Good. Dun, 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 dun. Are you hearing this, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Are you hearing the defense's astonishing proposal? That the witness fabricated this vast machine with the intention of deceiving some wretched scientist. That he did so in collusion with the country's finest coroner on a public stage in front of a vast audience. And that, to effect the deception, he used a waxwork model that in no way resembles the victim. Okay, guys, the thing is, I don't think it was this specific waxwork model that was used. It was probably another one. It was probably the other one. The waxwork model of him. It might have been that instead. Yeah. Was to establish an accomplice, indeed. Are we really to believe this far-fetched tale? What do you decide? Something is still half wrong with the command. Wait. Yes, if you put it like that, of course it sounds implausible. My lord, I need to speak, if you please. Go ahead, Mr. Foreman. It's time for the summation, isn't it? Myself and my colleagues have reached an agreement. Very good. In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will state your leanings for the court to hear.
Yuzai.
Yuzai.
Yuzai. Yuzai.
Yuzai.
Yuzai.
I'm not sure if you guys are hearing it, but you can hear the audio pan across. It's amazing. It's time for the summation exam, that's right. So as indicated by the foreman, the jury has reached a consensus. I knew that was going to happen. We shall get through this, Mr. Naruhodo, as we always do. And uncover some new truths along the way, I'm quite sure. Yes, I agree. I'm going to have to appeal to the jurors as usual and see if I can persuade them to change their minds. The defense will now embark on the summation examination. Are you and your fellows ready to proceed, Mr. Foreman? I like how this judge is like, yep, we're going for the summation examination. No doubt about it. We are, my lord. Very well. In that case, I ask you now to state clearly for all present to hear the grounds on which each of you has decided that the defendant is guilty of the crime of which he is charged. What's new? Yeah, to him is real, like, what's new? Anyway, Kiko, have you had the muffin? Is it good? I'm finishing the last of this one muffin in front of me and I'm sad. Because this one muffin is gone. It's all gone. Okay, there's some crumbs left, but it's mostly gone. The jurors' contentions. I've known that woman for years. Should never be an accomplice to anything. It's utter nonsense to think those two would ever be conniving with one another. Oh dear, this is most troubling. But surely the waxwork the man stole has nothing to do with the coroner, is it? I have had my own problems with members of the police. I do not trust them much. I've seen no rigorous proof that this waxwork was ever inside the birdcage. It's conjecture. Accusing someone without right evidences? He's not a proper job, is he? I won't have it. I haven't ate it. Well, you gotta work on that, Kiko. I'm just kidding. Eat it at your earliest convenience. Somewhat unsurprisingly, it seems the introduction of this waxwork model to the proceedings has polarized opinion. Given that its face is obscured and its build in no way resembles that of the victim, I can only applaud my learned friend's temerity. What is that? What word is that?
Temerity.
Temerity. Right, okay. Excessive confidence or boldness, audacity. No one had the temerity. So it's like the same word as audacity. The same meaning as audacity. Okay, got it. I can only applaud my learned friend's temerity at suggesting it as Mr. Asmon's body double. Yes, the applause is deafening. And yes, I know it seems extraordinary. Homeopathic bites in order to make it last longer. Wait, what does homeopathic bite means? Wait, homeopathic. Sorry, I don't really know what you mean, but oh well. Kiko had the temerity to suggest that Kazuma was a man-wife. He can do both! He can do both, guys. Come on. Kazuma is a man-wife! I like how you're so like... Oh, small, carefully curated doses. I see, alright. But that's the point. That's why I have a strong feeling it's actually a greater clue than anyone yet realizes. What are you thinking, Mr. Naruto? I can't explain why at the moment, but I feel as though there's a specific reason why it was used, why it had to be this model. Really? A reason why nothing else would do, you mean? Yes, and I'm convinced it's something far more significant than whether or not the model looked like the victim. Well, if that's the case, we must prevent the trial from ending prematurely at all costs. Oh, is correct now. Hey, very nice. Yes, agreed. I have to find a way out of this. If you are ready, counsel, you may proceed with the summation examination. Yes, my lord. It's time for his sexy walk. Let's go. The defense's rebuttal. Okay, not now, later. Okay, well, we could start with we need to press everyone so that we are sure we have everything we need, okay? The order of things seems to have changed around here for some reason. I'm a copper, lad. It's a copper's discretion to bend the rules sometimes, when needs must. What's wrong with that? Where do I start? I've been working in the yard for 40-odd years. That's even more than I thought. We've only had a metropolitan police service in town for 70 years, you know? Of course, times have changed. The public didn't trust coppers back when I started. It was rough. We had to fight crime, and we had to fight to win the public's trust as well. And when we did. Forensic science was in its infancy too, even more than it is now, and she spearheaded the revolution. Dr. Sith, you mean? That's right. About 10 years ago now, it was, when I was still a youngish Bobby on the beat. That's when she started making a name for herself as a top-class coroner. Now look at her, head of the forensic investigation team, and a woman no less. Well, you won't hear me complain. It's what we all dreamt of back then, I tell ya. Could you tell me without holding that gun in the air? We were all out to uphold justice, lad. Full of him we were, full of him. That's coming across loud and clear. Okay, what about you then? Okay. Oh, we're only just starting to understand this case. What are you reading there, sir? The man behind those murders on Solar Pond Street was caught in 2 days flat. That's real policing for you. Sorry. That's really not relevant to this case, is it? You're wrong there. Because it was Dr. Sith in charge of examining the bodies. And it was evidence arising from her work that led to the arrest of the scoundrel responsible. Oh... That's right. Oh, that woman is at the forefront of this country's fight against crime. The idea that she's somehow involved in this murky business is a load of old tosh. I thought it was up to me to press the jurors, not the other way around. Right. Pain. I don't think I'm getting anything out. Alright, let's go with this woman. Nice titty, by the way. Nice titty. Why would you assume that? Well, quite simply because that unsettling swindler has no relationship with the woman, does he? True, as it stands, we don't know of any connection. Oh gosh, but it would be delightfully romantic if they were somehow to have a mutual interest in the waxwork. Romantic? A woman of society such as myself views everything in terms of relationships, you know? Oops, sorry, I keep typing. I keep clicking. Anyway. Yeah. Well, you learn something new every day, even if you don't want to. One might wonder about a possible relationship between the defendant and this Corona woman. Or perhaps between the defendant and the handsome prosecutor. Just there. Shh! Shh! Yo, juror number 2 is a shipper of Barack and Albert. Look at her, she's a shipper. She's a shipper. May, you see this? We got a shipper. We got a canon shipper here. She's letting the intrusive thoughts speak louder. I know her. When did Miyori appear in the jury? Hey, shut up. I look nothing like her. This woman may be more astute than I've been giving her credit for. If that's the woman's stance, then perhaps demonstrating some connection between the waxwork and Dr. Sis would be enough. Yes, I agree. As soon as we have even a whiff of a connection, she'll be the first to know. Okay? I have had my own problems with members of the police. I do not trust them much. Why? Ade! Sorry, I must have, I'm big now. Don't mind me. What sort of problems? Let's just say we have run into each other on numerous occasions while I've been performing on the street. Right, I see. Obviously, artists such as myself cannot appear on stage as we work in close proximity to our audiences. So we perform our great magic in parks, on street corners, and the like. But the police use any excuse to make our lives difficult. Oh. Why is you angry? Why is you angry? Do you have something to say in response to that, Mr. Automole? What are you calling mass murder? Ah, sorry, my mistake. I got confused because I heard you look like him. I don't look anything like the man. You want to be locked up, Sonny? Thanks, Mr. Sholmes. Perhaps we could move on. I was really wondering if you had something you wanted to add in response to what juror number 3 just said. And clearly you do. Back in my day, back in the good old days, it wasn't like this. What was it like, sir? We worked our fingers to the bone to earn the public trust, we did. And by Jove, we earned it. People respected us back then. Respected you? No one would have called a coroner into question in them days. A coroner's report was the hallmark of an investigation done right. Especially when Dr. Courtney Stevens put her name to it. She was the best of the best, and the apple of the force's eye. Hold on a minute. What are you talking about? Who's Courtney Stevens? Ah, sorry. Got a bit carried away there. Stevens is Dr. Sif's maiden name. Yeah, I knew it. It's her maiden name. Her maiden name. So that was before she was married. Of course, yes, silly me. It's Sith now, isn't it? Stevens. I'm sure I've seen that name somewhere recently. There we go. Anyway, the point is, those were the great days of policing. Not like now. Sorry to interrupt, sir. But do you think you could change your statement to include that name? When did we have a Courtney Stevens in evidence? Did we? Yeah, we did. It was in the killer's autopsy. Yeah. Well, yes, I don't see why not. Let's go. She was Courtney Stevens back when I knew her, of course. A legendary coroner. Even then, Okay. Alright. Okay, so press this. We press. Wait, do we have to continue pressing him? Do we have to continue pressing him? Just in case I'll press him again, I think. What sort of problems? Oh, when performing on the street. Let's see. Street corners and the light. Oh, sometimes they even cook up a story to extort monies from the poor. Well, that's definitely not right. Yes, and it is why I say that if you trust the police, you will have trouble. But here you are, claiming this waxwork model was stolen to star in an illusionary spectacular. The idea is so wild, I think I will take my chances and believe the authorities on this occasion. Pressing him like squeezing him dry. That's right. This is how the public at large views Scotland Yard, is it? Our own police force in Tokyo is not even 20 years old yet, is it? Perhaps we should view what's happened here in London as a measure of what may happen at home. Yes, like a Scotland Yardstick. Lol. I wonder how a policeman will feel listening to the way this juror speaks about the force. I'm sure he'll have a word or two to say in response. Yeah, we already like pressed him, okay? We already pressed him. But you claimed the whole instantaneous kinesis demonstration was a trick. That I did, but there's more than one way to pull a rabbit out of a hat, isn't there? Sorry? I grant you, given that this cage appeared from amidst an explosion, there have been no need to use a real person. But if a waxwork had been used, the culprit could at least have had the decency to make it look like the victim. I'm not sure exactly how much criminals are governed by decency. The point is, if you're going to make a claim about their waxwork being inside the birdcage, you need to give us some evidence. Without that, it's just not science. I suppose we should expect nothing less than a logical argument from a fellow of the Royal Society. But that perhaps means his mind could be changed if we manage to present suitable evidence. Pulling me out of his hat? Yes, rabbit. Yeah, get ready to be pulled. Evidence that the Professor Waxwork was inside the birdcage. Can I produce that or not? You know what? I'm not taking any chances. I'm looking at the guy. Let's see. Pit juror number 2. Okay, let's see. So we need to pit 2 against 6. Well, I can't state quite categorically, sir, that we have no such evidence at the present time. That much was abundantly clear before that brassy proclamation, I assure you. Okay, so... Oh dear. Okay, so basically we need to pit. So she's kind of useless apparently. So we're going to go to... Wait, what? I know it seems a little far-fetched to think that blah blah blah. Okay. Let's go. Okay, so we need to pit juror 2. Okay, pit against Ikiari. Those two statements clearly contradict each other. Good gracious, to whose statements do you refer, counsel? So, juror number 2. Oh gosh, me? What can I do for you? Ah, that's her sexy walk animation, let's go. I presume that you heard what juror number 6 said in his statement? Sadly, their faces don't follow him. It's brought to light the maiden name of the coroner, Dr. Sith, which in turn has revealed a connection that wasn't apparent before. Well, naturally, as a woman of society, I find such connections and relationships irresistible. But oh golly, I'm afraid I failed to see what you mean. Dr. Sith's maiden name is Stevens. And through that name, the coroner is very definitely linked to the waxwork of the killer. The defense has evidence to prove it. My goodness, evidence you say? How utterly enthralling. Counsel, the court cannot overlook that last remark. I very much hope there is substance to your claim. Of course, my lord. I want to ask the court to look at this. The evidence that clearly links blah 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 blah. We got it. It's this one. There we go. See, Courtney Stevens. Courtney Stevens. There we go. Present. Kurahe! Let's go. I have here a certain autopsy report from 10 years ago. A 10-year-old autopsy report? What relevance does that have? It is, of course, from the autopsy of the person portrayed in the waxwork, the killer known as the Professor. The Professors? But the man was a capital offender, so... That's right, this is the certification of death that was drawn up after the convict's execution. The identity of the killer was never made public, so the report gives few details. But what's important is the name of the coroner who wrote it. Courtney Stevens. Oh my! Courtney Stevens? Strike a light! It appears that the professor's autopsy was conducted by Dr. Sith 10 years ago. And a few days ago, Mr. Drebber very deliberately stole the waxwork of the professor from Madame Tuspel's. A waxwork that doesn't in fact resemble the victim, Mr. Assman, at all. And do you suppose there's some unsavory relationship between those events? Absolutely, I'm sure of it. There's no doubt in my mind that the professor case is at the heart of a link that we have yet to uncover. Between Dr. Courtney Sith and Mr. Enoch Drebber. Hidden links, mysterious connections, secret relationships. This is all most extraordinary. We're surely obliged now to explore this further. Let's go. Quite right. We can't let this trial come to an end now. Not while there's this cloud of suspicion hanging over the yard's best coroner. It wasn't like this in my day, but we're still here to uphold justice in the end. Ha! Okay, done. Alright, so we have I have evidence. Okay, so we have to press juror number 4. So number 4. So number 4 and number 4 and number 5, is it? Okay, so basically juror number 4, this guy. Okay, so we press him. So apparently the evidence is the glass. Actually, I have something I'd like you to see, sir. Oh? I must warn you that I firmly believe it's only wise to trust men in white coats. Excuse me? So given your jet black outfit, I don't mind admitting to a sense of trepidation here. So you don't trust anyone in black? Looking in the mirror must be very trying. He's also wearing black, help me. I do have some evidence that proves the waxwork was inside that birdcage, namely... Kuwae! What's that? A piece of glass? Oh, it's unusually thick for glass. Yes, it's a piece of broken glass that we found inside the jacket on the waxwork. As you say, it's not ordinary glass though. It's very thick and clearly made for extra strength. Much like the special glass that was developed for the construction of the Crystal Tower. The Crystal Tower... Holy smoke! Exactly! The centerpiece of the Great Exhibition where the very incident we're talking about took place. On the day in question, the birdcage fell from above and smashed through a window of that special glass. From whence this small piece originated? Is that it? Precisely. So, what do you say? Now that clear evidence in support of the assertion has been placed before you. Well, as I said, I only trust men in white coats as a rule. However, when the reasoning is sound, it's fair to say color shouldn't come into it. In light of what you've shown me here, yes, I feel obliged to change my position on the matter. Why do I get the feeling he might have been saying something really racist here and like the English localization changed it? Just a hunch though. Anyway, let's go. In that case, juror number 4, you will amend your statement now, please. Okay. So the presence of that piece of glass leaves me a little doubt that the waxwork was indeed inside that bird cage. So I need to pit him against juror 5. Against 5. Okay. Pit. Pit. Huh? Wait, no. Okay, so I need to... Okay, so sorry. Pit. I need to pit you against... Yeah, okay. Pit you against... Yeah. Those two statements clearly contradict each other. Good gracious! 2 statements do you refer, counsel? If you could put down your corn for a moment, juror number 5. Oh, you mean me? You've pointed out that it's wrong to make an accusation without evidence, but the accusation that the waxwork model was inside the second bird cage on the day in question is not without supporting evidence, as the defense demonstrated to the jurors sitting beside you. Ooh, is that right? Would it be fair to say you didn't follow the argument? She was too busy eating corn. I don't understand much besides Colonel Co-op, to be honest. Of course you don't. Colonel Co-op, yeah. If I could interject here, please do, sir. Now that this assertion of yours about the waxwork has been backed up by some solid evidence, it would be wrong of me, as a man of science, not to pursue the matter further. Pah! Let's go. Well, me too then. Sorry? If this brainy gentleman says he's right, then he must be. See, I wouldn't dream of going against Colonel Cobb or anyone who's got stuff in between the ears. Bah! She slammed using the corn cob. Help. Success! If you can call it that. Let's go. Thank you, counsel. That will do. As a result of the summation examination, the jury's overall leaning has changed. 2 jurors now call guilty against 4 who call not guilty. Accordingly, the court has failed to reach a consensus at this time, and the trial must continue. We did it? Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo! Another wonderful victory! Let's go, baby! Oh my god. A waxwork of the despicable professor, used as a body double for the victim in this quite extraordinary case. I must say it's extremely hard to believe the assertion could possibly be true. However, it would appear that it does at least warrant further investigation. It's the waxwork of the professor that links Mr. Drebber and Dr. Sith. And I'm convinced that there's a special significance to that link. I don't know what you're hoping to prove, lad. I really don't. The truth, sir, by using evidence and testimony. If the court is to delve deeper into the alleged involvement of the waxwork in this case, then the prosecution calls for the owner of the model to be summoned as a witness. The owner? Madam Tuspels. really thought that Lord Van Zieks would object to this whole line of inquiry. Instead, he's helping you? Big donk? Very well, I concur. Make arrangements for Madame Tuspels to appear as a witness with immediate effect. Listen carefully, my learned friend. Oh, yes? You should know that you're on the brink of opening Pandora's box. The court shall now adjourn for 45 minutes. During that time, the prosecution will summon the new witness and prepare her for taking the stand. Madame Tuspels, yes. I shall see to it at once, my lord. Is it gonna be... to be continued? To be continued. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Save the current progress. Let's go, baby. Okay, we have to save this part, right? Yes, over at Otsu. Yes! Oh my god, let's go. That was so fun. I don't know, it's been getting wilder and wilder. I bet like next round is gonna be like the wildest possible. I'm a bit afraid. It's probably gonna be about 2 hours long, I think. The next part, which is the last part of this specific episode. Okay, so like, oh shit, it's been an hour. Okay, anyway. Oh yeah, I feel like we're going to... It's just gonna get better. It's just gonna get better. I just know it, okay? Yeah, so I was like thinking if this part is short, we could continue, but clearly it isn't. So because we didn't manage to finish the previous investigation before, it lasted a nice, neat 3 hours today. So very nice, guys. All right, so here's the thing. You saw that I did put, if I'm not wrong, let me just double check. I did put a TBA tomorrow, okay? So I was actually thinking, what if tomorrow I continue the episode and I just wrapped it up? I just wrapped it up tomorrow. I was thinking that. It was either that or doing some HSR or something. Like, I'm still thinking about it. So what do you think? Do you guys think that I should continue it tomorrow? Or you want me to keep to the weekly schedule? What do you guys think? And if you stream this tomorrow, I'm gonna miss it. You know what? Then I guess maybe. Yeah, I'll just keep on schedule then. Okay, guys, I'll just keep on schedule. I'll keep on schedule. It's a very important part, I think. It should be an important part. It's the last of this episode, so... Who knows when Baroque's assistant is going to step in? We don't want to miss that, right? Okay, so tomorrow, we'll keep it up in the air because I think I will have some interviews. I think I have some interviews tomorrow as well. So, Ripperoni. Up in the air, that's right, up in the air, just like the birdcage was before it plummeted to the ground, but oh well. Alright then, in that case, if all goes well, I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow, and... yeah, so that's about it. Alright guys, time to tuck sheep into bed. That's right, tuck me into bed. Very nice, I love to be tucked into bed. Alright guys, yes. Okay, yaddy guys, bye bye.